Oh, oh yeah, it's live. We're live here. Now I gotta go check this little box over here. It's never as simple, right? When you go live, you want to also go live on YouTube. Oh my gosh. So I'm live on YouTube, and now can I go live on Facebook? Can you do it at the same time? Can you not? Well, I'll just share it after because so many things just happened. I have to come live and share with you. I'm in my garage because this is behind the scenes. Truly, I'm Angela Shelton, and I'm going to tell you a little story about how we are going to Greece. Now, years ago, I was a writer and actress. I'm also Safe Side Super Chick, by the way, if you didn't know that. Safe Side Super Chick. That's me. Yeah. And model, actress, writer, wrote movies. I do a lot of stuff. At the core, my whole life has, oh God, I've gone live and didn't start the webinar. This is truly behind the scenes when you're like running to the jet and the jet is taken off and you're like, wait, I have this extra bag that I'm taking, or the train has left the station. Okay. Hey, I'm Angela Shelton. Holy cow. I will tell you right now, I am a goddess, and I'm about to be a Greek goddess in October in Greece. And I'm inviting you to come with me. Yeah, that's right. First, I'm going to tell you a little story. Yes, I am a goddess. I'm also a sex goddess. That's a whole other click here. That's a whole other thing. And how I became a goddess. I'm going to do a whole presentation on this, but I wanted to come quickly and tell you this, simply because things are happening so fast and so magnificent that I wanted you to see like the live right now. Holy shit, this is happening. Oh, did she curse? I get in trouble. How I became a goddess. Well, it didn't start out that way. I came as a poor child in the mountains, raised in poverty, raised with domestic violence, child sexual abuse, rape. Oh God, you've seen it all. You've seen hell. I've been to foster care. I've been starved, and I grew up with trauma and child sexual trauma and domestic violence. And because of that, it's like life is an Excel spreadsheet, and you have all these things in your life. You will have these other things like self-hatred, self-abuse, addictions, the repeated relationship with the jackass. It's amazing. You could go to like a stadium of gentlemen and find the asshole. You're going to find him, and you're probably going to marry him. Definitely start something, but you'll find him. So that was definitely a continued pattern of mine. And it was not until I went searching for and then fell in love with Angela Shelton that my life totally turned around. And how that happened is I thought it was going to be funny. I wanted to direct movies. I was writing movies and I wanted to direct. And I was told by a male filmmaker that I was too young and too female, whatever, to direct. And so, of course, the fire in my belly was like, what do you mean? I will direct this movie and it will be fabulous. And I'm going to drive around the country and I meet every woman with my name. And I went searching for Angela Shelton, and that is exactly what it did for me. I went searching for myself. And other people could have told me that and did tell me that that's what I was doing. I didn't really see it until I was faced with it for real. And in interviewing and surveying women who shared my name, I began to see that women shared my story as well. And I saw that 70% of the women I was interviewing had been victims of child sexual abuse, rape, and or domestic violence. Holy cow. That does not mean don't name your kid Angela Shelton. it means that's a real actual problem. That's a problem, right? And I do comedy. I thought this was going to be funny. It's not funny. It's and then I started talking to men, and they were not named Angela Shelton, but they were dating her. What? And I started to see like patterns with men, and then trauma and child abuse and domestic violence and violence against women and children and men, it has no boundaries. It has no boundaries of gender. It has no boundaries of political standing. It has no boundaries of money. Literally, that has no boundaries. Anybody can be a victim. I was, and I started to talk to other women who shared the same story. And I was in Hollywood. I lived in New York City, and then I lived all over Europe and Paris and Milan, and I lived in LA. And I had a therapist. It was $250 an hour. I was good. I wasn't really going deep, but I would, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. It wasn't until I truly heard other people tell me their stories that I began to actually listen to my own. And that's why when you see, I love Angela Shelton, it became, I loved other Angela Sheltons that led me to loving myself. And not in that like, I love myself. I'm just going to post it on the window and just say, I love myself every day. I'm not going to do that. I have too many parties. But I truly learned to love myself from a goddess point. But where that came from was hearing the stories of other women and seeing my own story and seeing how I beat the living hell out of myself. I was depressed, full of anxiety. I was many times suicidal, never tried it, but certainly thought about it a lot. And didn't see really the point in doing anything. Like, it was kind of miserable, actually. Funny, that was back when I was like on the cover of magazines and walking the runway. And like, it's funny when you see people that presumably look so perfect and you're like, well, that's really, if you only could see behind the scenes. That's why I'm here. I'm showing you behind the scenes. And I'm like, I have to tell you this because I want to share, because I want to point out your own story and how I can help like you see your true purpose by seeing into my pain. You're welcome. And then go to Greece, getting somewhere. So when I started to see that I was that my past of child sexual abuse and all that yuck was totally affecting me on a self-hatred standpoint, I went on the road for 3 years and I tried every single healing technique. No, I mean, I tried everything. And I was determined to heal thyself. And the most powerful healing technique that I discovered was changing the way you're talking to yourself. That's it. And it's free. And that was the most powerful thing. So I did it with myself. I went from you're a piece of shit, worthless, ugly, all the long laundry scrolling list of all the negative things that we say to ourselves. And I switched it, but you got to switch it to something totally different. So I chose, I'm a goddess. I'm getting somewhere. I'm a Greek goddess, remember? And at first I'm like, no, you're not. Like, you're pathetic, or like you're unlovable, you're whatever, like the long list. And slowly when I have many techniques to help you go faster with that, thoughts in your head, changing your brain. It's all on my website, angelashelton.com. Have fun. I'm trying to update it as fast as all this stuff is happening. Give you a second. So I changed it to I'm a goddess, right? And this years ago, it started to click and I started to live like that. I did a photo shoot where I was a goddess, like literally, and I had a sword because I have a theory that all of this stuff is like being pierced with a sword. Talk about it all the time. And you can live like that. You can live pierced with a sword. You can do it. You can live miserable for the rest of your life if you want. It's your choice. You can do whatever the hell you want. Or you remove it and then you heal the wound and then you have it. And then you get to like playtime. And I'm all about the playtime right now. So the sword, I did this photo shoot, right? With the sword. I looked like a Greek goddess and I had a big old sword. And it's a beautiful picture. I would show it to you, but I'm talking with my hands here behind the scenes. And My friend, who's now been my mentor and my friend for God knows years and years, 20 years, Maria Di Giovanni, was like, holy cow, your story, and I love Angela Shelton, it enabled her to tell her story and her own healing and her journey. She's very involved in Greece. She took my movie to Greece. It was translated into Greek. It's been used to help. It's been used to help a shelter for children. I'm gonna cry. And now 20 years later, like now it's been 10 years since my movie's been out there. They are bringing me to Greece for a special, like I am going to be given an actual sword, like a for real sword, to celebrate and honor my humanitarian work on myself and for others. And I'm being crowned as a goddess. I'm just like, what in the heck? Let me tell you something. I am the tomboy in the tree. I'm the little Southern girl down by the river with my feet dirty, and I want to watch boys ride motocross motorcycles. I mean, that's like, and a goddess on stage, like with a sword and living as a true Greek goddess, showed up because I changed my thought patterns. And I share that because I want you to find like where that resonates with you and what you're doing in your life. Because all of this, and I'm like, I changed my thought patterns. I still get dirty down by the river, let me tell you. But I am living as a goddess. My body changed. My face changed. My skin changed. I did not get this streak of blue because of it. That's added in. But my life completely transformed. And now it is showing up for real by being gifted with a sword and a series of crowns. What? And photo shoots of goddess photo shoots, like the for real, like the ones that I did in a studio years ago in Los Angeles. Susan Anderson took them. Thank you, Susan. You're brilliant. And now they're going to be like legit in Greece as a Greek goddess to raise money for a children's shelter. So here's I'm just like, dang, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is truly beautiful. It's like, it's almost like it can perhaps be slightly overwhelming. I have to really like, so I wanted you to see this behind the scenes, and wow, just wow. It all changed because I stopped self-abuse. It all did it. And I even got a tattoo. I haven't shown anybody this yet, but I'm showing it to you. I got a tattoo. And this is the sword that I will be getting. And it's got the crown. And I looked up Joan of Arc because as I was gifted with this tattoo, I was like, oh, wait, what? I'm not going to have a tattoo on my body. And if I had it, what would it be? It would have to be extremely meaningful. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to look up Joan of Arc because I resonate with that energy. And Joan of Arc's sword was a sword with a crown, ironic. And the colors are the reformer's wheel and the colors of the chakra and the reformers. And so a network has started because of me and because of all of the, I don't even want to say me, it's because of the love of Angela Shelton's, honestly. It came out of that and a network of leaders. My screen, I know, stop. Is a network of leaders has arisen. And they're called the reformers, rock star reformers, because they're all the people in my phone. And now it's branching out to other people in my phone. And I can go into detail. I'm going to tell you all about it. I just wanted to jump in here and tell you this amazing thing that has happened, that Greece is happening. And I'm going to share much more. I'm going to do it probably daily. And because I would like your help. I would like your help. If you resonate with any of the story, as I'll be sharing a lot, I really want to totally fund, like completely fund that children's shelter. And it's just done. There's no more worries. There's just like, it's funded. I'm like, So I need your help, and I would like you to help us. And so that we go And it's not just about, I mean, it's amazing that I'm getting a sword and a crown. I mean, believe me, I'm going to take pictures a lot, and maybe some of them extra pictures. But I am excited about all that. That's very fun and beautiful and touching and like, holy cow. But the foundation of why we're going to Greece to fund the only open shelter for children is an open shelter for children. It's not, it's for like abused, abandoned, orphaned. You don't call it an orphanage anymore. It is it's an open shelter for children. It's the only one on the island of Crete. And we're going to fund it, like just fund it. And we're going there as reformers for Angela Shelton to be crowned. I'm like, what is happening? And let's just fund it. Like, why not? Why the hey not? And then, oh my gosh. So we're going to Greece. And then collectively, all of these amazing humans that we're all helping each other are then doing a whole show that I will talk to you about later. But I just wanted to come in and say, live, it just happened. Like I was like, I have to just go live right now and just be like, hey, I got to update you and say, I got a lot more coming. But this is a beautiful thing. This is a beautiful thing. And I'm in my garage. I make lamps with my daughter. Everything is connected. Everything goes full circle. This is the lamp for Greece. And her name is Maria, named after Maria di Giovanni. And she's amazing. So we are going to do a little campaign to bring this around to Greek Orthodox churches and have a little story about what we're doing. So I just wanted to, it's appropriate that I'm in the garage, like, hey, I wanted to go live. There's lamps, there's movies, there's swords, there's all kinds of amazing things. But at the core, it is transformation. It's true life transformation in such fun ways with all the F words. It's fun because we have been through some. And now it's time for some fun and friends and family. And we're just going to bring some fortune, hey, to our friends in Greece. And I just wanted to say thank you. And to those who are still stuck in self-abuse, self-hatred, certainly self-mutilation and suicide. And, this is for you. I did this so that I like hand you my sword. Like, so I'm like, hey, I am humbly grateful. So thank you. Thank you. This is fun. What's the F word for crying emotionally? I don't know what it is. But I love you and I'm just amazed. I'll tell you more. It'll be detailed and structured and have like slides and stuff. It'll be beautiful. But I wanted to come in and just be like, holy God. I'm like, what's happening? What's happening is your life, when you get out of your negative thought patterns, it's so simple. And yet it's easier done than said. It's easier done than said. Because you can talk about it all the time. Like you can talk all about like, I'm gonna change my thought patterns. I'm gonna like change my life. I'm gonna address all that horrible trauma. But you just do it. You let go. There's steps. Oh my God, I have so much stuff on my site, angelashelton.com. There's so much. There's free. There's super expensive if you want me to help you do like some major stuff. As you know, I have some contacts. And then there's, there's a whole menu, all kinds of things. And I just, right now, I kind of want to go sit by the edge of a river and just think about just all the stuff that's happening. And I just take a deep breath and be like, wow, that's amazing. And I wanted to say, hey, thank you for being a part of my life. And for those of you who know the story, for this long, have known me forever, holy cow, right? Get your ass to Greece. Tickets are like $500 right now. Buy them right now. Just go, just get to Greece. Let's have a party and help us fund this shelter. Just do it. Let's just do it because it's fun. And I love you. And I will see you properly with lots of slides and pictures. But I wanted to just jump in and say, hey, I love you.